Live and local, it's Mix 2.5. Big Papa in the morning. It is a mental wellness Wednesday, and we are welcoming the unsilent woman, life coach Rebeccah Silence, on her birthday, no less. So, number one, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
And with it being your birthday, and we are right around the 10-year anniversary of you finding out you were diagnosed with cancer and you beat it. And so, what I would like to do, number one, again, congratulations. But number two, a lot of people are dealing with medical stuff. It may not be as severe as stage 4 cancer, but having something medical wrong with you or with someone you love, it's very, very hard to digest. And it's also very hard to um, stomach and make a plan for because you can't control it.
Mhm.
So let's talk about this a little bit.
Let's go. I am so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be 44 today. I'm 44, and I've never felt more alive. I've never trusted myself more. I've never known myself more. I've never loved myself more and my life in all of its shades than I do right now. And I am the Inspired Results Coach. That's the name of my company. And when I named it Inspired Results back in 2008, it was all about staying in spirit, connected to the truth of who you are, regardless of results, and in the pursuit of inspired results. And the original tagline, I won't compare myself to Taylor Swift, but I've had a lot of errors too, but the
Mhm.
original tagline was make the impossible possible. And, up until I got diagnosed with cancer, I thought I had done all this deep work to beat my past. I had grown up in domestic violence. I got out of a domestic violence marriage. I built this company and it took off. I mean, Gary was with me from like literally press go and boom, like 6 month wait list. You've all been such incredible support to my mission and message. And I'm so honored to serve. And then I get married a second time. And Gary was there for that. Like the day I got engaged, I think I went into the studio to record a Confession Tuesday. And then,
Yep.
the business is just booming. And then I get pregnant with my second child. And I'm coaching a plastic surgeon and his wife in my office, helping them save their marriage. And they stop me and they say, "Hey, Rebeccah, that thing on your arm does not look good. You've already saved our marriage. You've done so much for us. 7 a.m. tomorrow, show up to the office. We have to take this off of you." And it was just this mole that I had asked my primary care doctor about 2 years prior. And he said, "We'll just watch it. It's no big deal. I'm not going to give you a dermatology referral right now." If we had caught it then, I would have been fine. I didn't
Sure.
advocate beyond. I thought I did my due diligence. I asked the doctor. Long story short, they take the mole off me 7 a.m. the next day after telling me, "Hey, this doesn't look good." I'm thinking, because I'm 34, I'm in my prime, I'm on top of the world, I beat my past. If it's skin cancer, okay, they'll cut it out. I had no understanding. I have no family history of cancer. Well, then the pathology comes back and it's malignant melanoma. Then they can't stage the cancer until the baby's out, which means I have 3 months of knowing I have cancer. And when I have the baby, 3 weeks later, they stage me and it's already spread. It's in my lymph nodes. And then 21 surgeries later, 5 months of chemo that I ultimately ended up quitting because it attacked all the nerves down my right leg and I couldn't use my right leg at all. Here I am. But the most important piece of this story is when the healed, emotionally clear you is in charge of your life, there ain't nothing you can't beat. There ain't nothing you can't handle. And it was wild for me to recognize my violated, abused, battered, beaten down inner child, young Rebeccah, whose nickname was Becca Lou, wasn't in charge when I got diagnosed. Rebeccah Silence was in charge. And what I will tell all of you is regardless of what you're going through, you don't wake up one day and know who you are. You wake up one day and know something's not right. And I had done the work to create Rebeccah Silence after marrying a guy with the last name Silence, having no voice, getting out of a domestic violence marriage. I became Rebeccah Silence, and I love who I've become. And that doesn't mean just because the healed me is in charge of the mission called my life, I'm not human. I have people pissed off with me right now. I have all kinds of drama opportunities every single day. There are ups and downs, on a lot of levels in my life, just like everybody else. But I stay the healed me, and I stay emotionally clear. What we don't want to deal with is the emotions underneath the circumstance. And so, what I want everybody to know is there's no diagnosis more powerful than you. And there's no circumstance you're not equipped to lead your way through in the way that works for you, that other people might not approve of or understand. And the goal is to be the best of you and to make the best of the situation, and to one decision at a time be in the question, what honors and respects and takes care of me right now? And it's about not needing anything outside of you to change or be different for you to be okay. And it took cancer for me to understand all of the achievement I thought mattered didn't. Me in
Let me ask you
alignment
this. I'm
did.
sorry. Let me ask you this. When something comes down and it's serious and it's scary because a lot of it is fear of the unknown because you haven't dealt with stuff like this before. Or maybe even you have. And I love the fact that you being centered can take charge of it, but fear is real and fear of the unknown is real. How can people get
Yeah.
past that fear to take control of the situation?
Well, here's the 5 emotions I teach, right? These are the emotions that we're born with. Anything else is learned: anxiety, depression, abandonment, jealousy, being in competition with people. It's all learned, right? So, what we need to do in these doozy, ridiculously unfair moments, right? And let's just call it what it is, because there are a lot of doozy, unfair moments that aren't your fault, right? I didn't cause cancer. There are people that smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day, drink, a handle of vodka a night, and don't get cancer, right? And then there are some people that do, but it's not our fault where we end up. It's just life being life. It doesn't happen to us, it doesn't happen for us. Life's life. And then who are you going to be, right? But getting to one of these 5 emotions underneath it all is the gateway to a clear next step that your own spirit can serve you on a silver platter. So, anger, naturally occurring emotion; grief, otherwise known as sadness, naturally occurring emotion; fear, joy, and excitement, right? So, I want joy and excitement to be the rule you live by. And in these moments where there's fear, you've got to get closer to it. It'll feel like you might die. You won't. Because what nobody else is going to tell you is when you break up with survival, it feels like you're going to die. But when you break up with survival, you get to be reborn. I've had so many lifetimes in one lifetime. So I breathe in the fear, I breathe out the fear. I feel the depth of the grief. I air scream and I get out the rage. My husband would say some days when I was going through treatment, I don't know which hospital to take you to, the loony bin or the cancer hospital today. Because I would just scream, I would shake, I would cry, and he didn't understand it. But guess who's still here with a 5% chance to live? I swear to God, the practice of emotional healing saved my life. And if you want the real step by step by step by step by step how to, I wrote a book. HCI Publishers picked me up. Thank you to my agent, Lisa Hagen, that took a bet on this book and me. This book, I explain, here's the emotion, here's how to process it in a way you don't take it out on other people. Because let me tell you what, the second you lash out, you're not processing your emotion. You're avoiding intimacy. The second you shut down, you're not processing the emotion. You're avoiding intimacy. The second you stay frozen in your fear, you're avoiding intimacy. The healthier your relationship to these darker emotions, the more joy and excitement can be the rule you live by. And you do not need a breakdown to break through. You do not need a crisis to wake you up and give you a permission slip to live. It's a decision. And it took me going through the unimaginable to realize all that matters is me being true to me. And that is so cheesy and cliche, but you have no idea how liberating it is. If I can have the life I have with the past I have, anybody can have freedom. And my definition of healing is freedom. And there is no situation that it's not possible to heal. Healing is possible, it's not promised, but you have to do the work. And there are people that don't want to do the work, people who want it but won't do it. And then there are the brave people that will raise their hand and say yes to reinventing themselves and their lives with no clue what that's going to look like. And all I want you to know is there's nothing to fear and there's nothing to lose when you stand by you. There's life that you can live. And anything that goes away because you're true to you is emotional cancer anyway. So
Right.
this book, it's a roadmap. It's a guide to help you find your way and to help you invent and create and discover the youest you in there, like the truest, realest, youest you. It's in there, but you've got to pull that you out, right? And for me, if it wasn't about my commitment to serving humanity and teaching people how to get 100% of the life and love they want, I don't know if I'd be here, but I had a mission. I went back to work when I still couldn't even walk because all I wanted to do was serve. Today's my birthday. All I want to do is talk to all of you and spread the word that healing is possible and nothing outside of you is more powerful than you or your ability to heal. And it's spiritual work for me now. It's about me connected to me and plugged into God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it. And what cancer gave me is a business partner and a life partner I call God, and I don't have to figure anything out anymore. I don't think about what to say. I don't think about what to do. I listen to Lil Wayne radio every word I wrote. I was just listening to Lil Wayne and I was like, oh, that's what you want me to say next? Oh my God, that's good. And here it is. It's born. So there's no dream you can't actualize. There's no diagnosis you can't kick its ass. There's no situation you got cheated on. Your kid doesn't want to talk to you. You got fired. You had someone steal your money. I know there's unfair BS moments that we're all going through 100% of the time. But there's the ability to rest in joy and excitement and to be even more alive and to take steps that serve you and feed your soul, even in the midst of the crazy. And for me, it's in those crazy moments that I double down on me honoring and respecting and taking care of me so that I can honor and respect and take care of the lives in front of me from the most whole place possible.
It's so pretty much what you need is coming back to life. It's
Right here
available
for you.
wherever you get your books. You also need some Little Wayne, and
Amen.
and you also need the Unsilent Woman life coach Rebecca Silence. You can go to RebeccahSilence.com. You can also get the book there, and also there's all kinds of free content as well. Rebecca, thank you so much. Um,
Thank you.
Happy birthday! Thank you for sharing your story and helping inspire people more than you even imagine.
Thank you all. I love you so much. Reach out, shoot me a DM. Let me know where you are and where you want to go. There's so much free material on RebeccahSilence.com and my YouTube channel. But this book, it's medicine. It will give you everything you need if you will be brave to take on your life. And what a gift to give yourself and your family in 2024 to take this book on right now.
All of our backlog for Mental Wellness Wednesday available right now, mix1025.com. Boom.